deliverable goes out, now we're going to finally have all these different codecs that go out. We're almost there, almost done. The last step, the archive, and then we're going to show the real. The archive. This thing is a SAN, and SANs are more expensive than NAS. We have Tier 2. There are all kinds of Tier 2 functionality. But the shows, the content that comes in, there's a lot of it, a lot of it. And when you're done, what you want to do is get it off so you can get the next one on, and the next one, and the next one, because they're expensive. The next is RVK, our amazing audio engineer. He's not just an audio engineer. He designs workflows for me, and we do huge projects. We did WGN, we did a ton of stuff. And I'm going to let him show you real quick a very simple, just quick LTO solution with storage DNA. Gets the content off. We can do two. It's automated, drop folder. It's a GUI. It's on the web. You can make one for disaster recovery, off for archive if you own the content. Go for it, Rob. Pop it up.
All right. So I'll just quickly go through storage DNA. Let's take a step back right now and just say, what are we going to do with all this media? Right? We have 700 to 1 going on. We have 1 million different hours of footage. We need to get that ready for the next show to come through. Well, storage DNA is a set of tools that we can automate to manage our data and back things up to LTO. How many people use storage DNA? Quick show of hands. Well, and where I come from, it saved my behind more than once, and it'll do the same for you. Whether it's Facilis, ISIS, SNS, any shared storage, it's pretty agnostic. Right now, this is the DNA evolution interface. So there's a few different workflows that we can touch base on. There's been a hot word used tonight a lot. I don't know how many people know what the meaning is. Conform. There's a million different
Online Conform, what?
Online Conform, right?
This is really cool. It's boring, but it's cool.
So for Storage DNA 4.0, this is one of the hot new features, is doing 4K online conforming. So what that means is we have our 4K media, but there's no way we can hold that many hours of that footage that's that large and fast, so we need to transcode it to proxies and then finally relink. But where is that going to be? That needs to be stored on the LTO, because guess what? It's way cheaper than the racetrack SAN that's sitting in that rack over there. So if we go over to our archive jobs section over here on the left, I have this grouping folder called group test. And this is actually going to walk through a real world workflow by one of our clients. So I have this insane pools 2 job. Okay, I can go with and walk through the restore. So I've archived all of the original camera masters to LTO, step 1, right? We use Telestream to transcode and make proxies, so editors are editing as I'm dealing with this part of it. Once they're done with their editing, they submit an ALE to us. What's that? It's an Avid log exchange file. So it's a metadata carrier file that tells us information. So in Storage DNA, I can go and make a restore ticket, choose the ticket location, SDNAFS, Dropbox, and this can all be automated. So the first step, I'm actually just pointing it to the paths. Okay, under the configuration, I can choose many of the different formats of metadata files. This is what sets Storage DNA apart from almost any other LTO or data management, is that I have the ability to actually parse and deal with these specific Avid files. So I choose ALE file name here, for instance. Now that I have the pathing set up, I can then look and parse the actual ALE file that was exported from the editor. I can go in and choose any of these different metadata fields which appear in the Avid Media Composer bin. In this instance, I'm going to choose path as the source name column. Under source path column, I'm going to actually say card name. So at the time of ingest, whether it's Telestream, Content Agent, MOG, whatever have you, I can actually designate these metadata fields with this metadata. So the card name, it's not tape anymore, right? This is the 21st century. So we changed to card name. We put that there. I can select a source restore, which is generally what you want. It'll go back to where it once came, or I can customize the restore path to another drive that's available, or you know, tier 2 or tier 3 storage even, just your massive storage. So when I add that ticket in, excuse me. So let me pick a restore location. Under temp. Okay. So it's going to parse that into an XML, and it's going to tell me where is all that data from this ALE, from that finished timeline. It happens to be on this tape. Well, in reality, that might be 20 different LTO tapes, and it would show me under this tape use columns, these are the tapes that I need to dig off the shelf, put in the library, and have it restore. So then we just say start job, and it rolls. So going back, then that's where they would relink. The high-res media would relink to the proxy that we were cutting, and we can finally export with our high-res. So that's in a nutshell.